For the next weekly update, I have something old, something new, something borrowed, and something true. Stay tuned. From the old perspective, what I've already talked about is staying consistent. If you watched my video last week, I totally got caught in the hype. I was sick and I was watching a lot of videos and I went down the rabbit hole of like wanting to monetize and wanting to grow really fast, and I just like caught up in all that buzz. And what's happened in the week between is I've like normalized again. I'm back to living my life. I'm not just stuck in bed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this because, yes, of course, I'd like to grow and I'd like to have more subscribers, because I feel like, especially the areas that I'm talking about in living well with invisible chronic symptoms, is a really good topic. And there are many people that could utilize that. But it doesn't mean that I necessarily want to just grow fast for any reason. So, anyway, continuity, avoiding the hype, avoiding the burnout. And continuity, as I've discussed on previous episodes, is selecting a pace for you that allows you to post 1 or 2 videos per week so that your subscribers understand what's coming and they know what's coming. So I've really been loving watching the analytics, and I have been liking watching my channel grow, right? So I started with 13 subscribers and now I'm up to, I don't know, maybe 20. I'm going to, at this moment, pass it over to Virtual Victoria.
Hey, thank you, Victoria. We'll slide into the analytics. And what you can see is, generally speaking, things look up. I have 1.7K views, 26.4 watch hours, which is up from, I think, 18 last week. And subscribers, woohoo, 24, up from 13 in the beginning. I am right now on the 28 days. You can also look at the last 7 days, and you can see a lot of the growth is in this last 7 days. And that is because if you go to my content tab and I started playing around with shorts, and you can see this one short that I did got close to 1,000 views. So that is where you can see the growth in my analytics for this week. Everything is looking positive and is trending up. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Virtual Victoria. Back to me. So, for the new things that I'm trying out, I talked about this on, I think, episode 2. Once you have actually uploaded your video, whether it's a long video or a short video, you can go in and change the thumbnail. You can change the tags. You can change the description. And I am trying out all of those things. Initially, I just was literally turning my phone on and videoing and posting it. That's all I knew how to do. And I've learned in the meantime some different kind of tactics and strategies. And I encourage everybody to do that as well. Look at whatever tool you're using as your video editing tool, as well as the Creator Suite in YouTube, and just utilize all the features to the very best of your ability. Just pick one new feature every week to learn about. So something old is the consistency, something new is just trying out new features, utilizing everything that you can. Things like revising your thumbnails, looking at the trends that are hot right now, looking at the types of fonts that people are actually using and are pulling you in to want to click on a video. And then the borrowed is, I was listening to someone else that was also going through this similar kind of journey, and they said that they were using a lot of the AI tools, which I've also talked about, but specifically looking at your titles and your descriptions and running them through ChatGPT and seeing if that actually gets more people interested in your videos. So I'm looking at that as something borrowed. And then the other thing that I really have enjoyed when I've been watching other YouTubers is kind of in the middle of this talking part of it, they actually demonstrate something. One of the things that that I talked about just a few minutes ago is going in and updating, and adding a new thumbnail or putting in new tags on one of your old videos. So I'm going to pass it over to Virtual Victoria and ask her to demonstrate some of those for us. So over to you, Victoria.
All right, thank you, Victoria. I am on my main YouTube channel page, but what I want to do is manage videos. Today, I am going to look at changing out the thumbnail on one of my specific videos. This is the video that I want to actually change up the thumbnail. So when I go into edit, I can see my title, I can see the description that I made, and I see the thumbnail. I am going to create this new thumbnail in Canva. So I'm going to go into my Canva app, make this a little bit bigger. And so this was my original thumbnail, really large. What I want to do is create a new thumbnail. And I am going to do a YouTube thumbnail. This is the picture that I want to use. So there we go. You can do it is several different ways. You can definitely use the templates, but I want to do sort of a less slick looking template to see if that makes a difference. So I'm just going to grab the text. I'm going to add a text box. And then I'm going to add another text box that it just has my tag. And I'm going to save it. And then when I go to my content, there it is. All right, back to you.
The last thing that I want to talk about is the truth, something old, something new, something borrowed, something true. And staying true to yourself, staying true to your authenticity. That is one of the things that I really, really encourage everyone to do. I have a level of knowledge, having lived with invisible chronic symptoms for a very, very long time, that I want to start sharing with people. So many of my friends and my colleagues and other people that I've met have said to me, you should write a book, you should go to school and become a functional medicine doctor, you should become a functional medicine nutritionist. Well, I am also still living with invisible chronic symptoms. So I don't have the energy to go back to school. I don't have the energy to write a book. But what I can do, the way that my current health is talk to you and share what I do know about all of these topics with you. And that is what I'm choosing to do. Starting to share information about my invisible chronic symptoms that I've lived with for over 30 years, focusing on living well with invisible chronic symptoms. And so that is my update for this week. Something old, consistency, something new, trying out new features in the programs that you're working in. The borrowed is utilizing AI tools that will help you be more productive so you can focus more on the content and in your conversation with your subscribers. And then true is staying true to your message and your authenticity. Why did you start this channel to begin with? And making sure that you're constantly coming back to that center line and talking about what was important to you and what motivated you to start this in the first place. Thanks so much. This is Victoria with Finding My Voice. As always, if you find this interesting and motivating, please be sure to like and subscribe. And the reason why is if you like this video and you subscribe to my channel, this content will become more available to people who should join the conversation and should join the community. And we want them here. We want to hear their comments. Thanks so much for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Victoria with Finding My Voice. Peoples who